So also yesterday at the Tarpiche ecological coffee farm, um, yeah, you can only see the machine right here that they use to grind the coffee, which is what Tarpiche is. It's the machine, and the machine is actually made in Ohio, which is kind of funny. But it's driven by like a donkey or a goat, and they wind it as they shove in the cane into the machine where it just is crushed and drips out as liquid, like sugar liquid. So what they do with that sugar liquid is produce this kind of bar, which is basically a sugar caffeine bar, because they also make coffee there, which I'll tell you about in a second, before I show you some awesome caffeine chocolate or caffeine sugar, which I don't like coffee, never like coffee, don't like coffee ice cream, I don't like coffee candy. I really was hesitant to even try this because coffee is gross, but you take it off and it's in like little, the beans are inside this sugar bar, but I'm gonna eat it like this because I already broke it. So that's the sugar, and that's the coffee bean. Here, let me get a couple more beans in there. And I didn't even think I'd be able to eat like a coffee bean like this, because I usually am like blah. So anyway, before the beans even get like this, they have this like shell outer coating, that's kind of, what you'd find in maybe a soybean, that thin mucousy crust, but you can actually suck on that and it's very sweet. So that's how you know that it's good coffee bean. If it is sweet, if it's bitter, then you don't want it. You have to leave those beans on the tree longer, the rest of them. So anyway, I'm going to show you. You can eat this. Seriously, the best way you could ever ingest caffeine. It is so freaking good. So it's got the cane sugar melted down into basically a brown sugar with these really, really good beans. So the coffee beans that they make, that I bought, hey Dad, this is for you. We saw them basically shell them, like pull them off the tree, shell them. That's when they get to that mucus level. That's like, I guess, the fermentation level. And then once they kind of lose that, then you put them into, after you dry them, you put them into this sieve kind of container. And then the guy takes essentially a baseball bat or a big pulverizer and smashes down on all of the beans. And he does it for 25 minutes. And then he smashes harder, but waves this brush that's made of chicken feathers. So it's probably like double the size of my hands, or 2 hands worth, all these feathers. So it's probably longer than my whole hand too. And as he bangs the beans, they kind of raise up, and then he waves the brush in front of them, and what flies away are I guess you call them the husks, the outer skin. So you're only left with the brown beans. So then he takes the beans and puts them into this roaster. So the roaster is basically the size of a barbecue maybe, but it's just the metal shell. So, and it's on a swing, and so over a fire. So it's a metal shell that he's moving back and forth, kind of like you'd move popcorn if you were using that, I don't know, old school Jiffy Pop thingy. And so he does that for 25 minutes back and forth to roast the coffee. And then pretty much he's done. So we got the coffee straight out of the roaster, which was really cool, because I really didn't believe him that it was going to be any good, because coffee is gross. But this coffee is not gross. So if you ever get a time to go to the Galapagos and you're in the island of Santa Cruz, definitely tell somebody you want to take a trip to the Highlands, past Puente Vista, and you want to see the Tarpiche Ecologico. The family's nice. That guy can speak pretty much English, at least to explain to you the coffee process and the cane liquor cooking process. And the cane liquor is only $5. The coffee is $8, and the bars are $3. So I'm going to be going back. So anybody interested in having any of those, let me know. So otherwise, Dad, you are getting the coffee present. So talk to you all later. Bye.